The aroma of freshly baked cookies wafted from the kitchen, filling the air with a tantalizing promise of sweetness and warmth. It was a scent that could make anyone's mouth water, a sweet seduction I couldn't resist. The scent wrapped around me like a warm hug, drawing me closer to the kitchen. A sweet seduction I couldn't resist. The cookies seemed to call out to me, their golden brown edges and gooey centers promising a moment of bliss. One cookie wouldn't hurt, I told myself, reaching for just one. The first bite was heavenly, the perfect balance of crunch and chewiness, but soon one turned into two and two into a pile of crumbs. Each bite seemed to dissolve my worries, but only for a fleeting moment. Before I knew it, the plate was empty, and I was left with nothing but crumbs and a gnawing sense of regret. I sat there, full but unsatisfied, my mind a battlefield of guilt and shame. The joy of eating had been replaced by a heavy weight in my stomach and a heavier one in my heart. Why did I let a simple cookie jar hold so much power over me? It wasn't just about the cookies, it was about something deeper, something that made me reach for comfort in the form of food. It wasn't about hunger, it was about comfort, a way to silence the day's anxieties. Each cookie was a small escape, a brief moment of peace in a chaotic world. In that moment, I realized food wasn't just fuel for my body, it was fuel for my emotions. This experience wasn't unique. Many of us have found ourselves in a similar struggle with food, letting it dictate our thoughts and actions. We use food to celebrate, to connect with others, to fill voids we don't fully understand. It's a universal language, a way to express love, joy, and sometimes sorrow. We use food to celebrate, to mark milestones and achievements, to bring people together in moments of joy and camaraderie. We also use it to mourn, to numb, to reward ourselves after a long day. Food becomes a companion, a source of comfort when we need it most. But when does this relationship with food tip from enjoyment to obsession? When does it stop being a source of pleasure and start becoming a source of pain? It's time we break free from food's control and learn to nourish our bodies and minds with intention and awareness. By understanding our relationship with food, we can start to make choices that truly nourish us, both physically and emotionally. Let's embrace a balanced approach, where food is enjoyed but not idolized, where we find comfort in healthier ways, and where we listen to our bodies and minds with compassion and care. Food is essential for survival, providing the nutrients and energy we need to function every day. But it's also deeply intertwined with our emotions, influencing how we feel and how we cope with life's challenges. We crave sugary treats when we're stressed, seeking a quick dopamine hit to lift our spirits and momentarily escape our worries. This rush of dopamine can make us feel better temporarily, but it often leads to a cycle of craving and consumption. We reach for comfort foods when we're feeling down, hoping to fill an emotional void with something familiar and satisfying. These foods often remind us of happier times, providing a sense of nostalgia and warmth. This connection between food and feelings is rooted in our biology and shaped by our experiences starting from a young age. As children, we learn to associate food with love, reward, and celebration, creating lasting memories tied to specific tastes and smells. Later in life, these associations can become deeply ingrained, influencing our eating habits and emotional responses, leading us to turn to food for comfort and solace during difficult times, seeking the same emotional support we felt as children. But relying on food to manage our emotions can be a slippery slope, leading to unhealthy patterns and a complicated relationship with eating. Over time, it can lead to unhealthy eating habits, weight gain, and a diminished sense of self-control, affecting both our physical and mental health. This can create a cycle of guilt and shame, making it even harder to break free from emotional eating. When food becomes our primary coping mechanism, we isolate ourselves and miss out on healthier ways to deal with stress, sadness, and anxiety. It's important to explore other methods of coping, such as meditation, exercise, or engaging in hobbies that bring joy and fulfillment. It's time to reclaim our power and develop a healthier relationship with food, one that nourishes our bodies and minds without controlling our lives. By making mindful choices and seeking balance, we can enjoy food as a source of nourishment and pleasure, rather than a crutch for our emotions. Breaking free from food's grip requires awareness, intention, and a willingness to change. It's about shifting our focus from mindless eating to mindful nourishment, from emotional eating to conscious choices. Start by identifying your triggers. What situations, emotions, or times of day make you reach for food when you're not truly hungry? Is it stress at work, boredom in the evenings, or loneliness at night? Once you've pinpointed your triggers, you can develop strategies to cope with them in healthier ways. Instead of reaching for a bag of chips when you're stressed, try going for a walk, calling a friend, or practicing deep breathing exercises. Remember, change takes time and effort. Be patient with yourself and celebrate your successes along the way. Section 4. Mindful munching. Savoring each bite. Mindful eating is about bringing full awareness to the act of eating, paying attention to the taste, texture, and aroma of your food without judgment or distraction. It's a practice that encourages us to slow down and truly experience our meals, rather than rushing through them or eating on autopilot. It's about savoring each bite, listening to your body's hunger and fullness cues, and eating with intention. By doing so, we can better appreciate the flavors and textures of our food and become more attuned to our body's needs. When we eat mindfully, we're more likely to enjoy our food, feel satisfied, and make healthier choices. This practice can transform our relationship with food, making meals a time of joy and nourishment rather than stress or guilt. We're also less likely to overeat or give in to cravings. Mindful eating helps us recognize when we are truly hungry and when we are eating out of habit or emotion. To practice mindful eating, start by eliminating distractions. Put away your phone, turn off the TV, and create a calm environment where you can focus solely on your meal. Focus on the food in front of you. Take a moment to appreciate the effort that went into preparing it and the journey it took to reach your plate. Notice the colours, shapes, and smells. Take a bite and let the flavours unfold in your mouth. Chew slowly, savouring the flavours and textures, and notice how they change as you chew. As you eat, pay attention to your body's signals. Are you feeling full? Are you still enjoying the food? These cues can help you decide when to stop eating. Eating mindfully also means being aware of how different foods make you feel. Do certain foods give you energy while others make you feel sluggish? This awareness can guide you in making choices that support your well-being. Are you still enjoying the food? If not, it might be a sign that you're eating out of habit rather than hunger. Don't be afraid to stop eating when you're satisfied, even if there's food left on your plate. It's okay to save leftovers for another meal. By practicing mindful eating, you can develop a healthier, more enjoyable relationship with food. It's a simple yet powerful way to enhance your overall well-being and savor each bite. Section 5. A tapestry of tastes and choices. Food is more than just sustenance, it's a source of pleasure, connection, and cultural expression. It's about sharing meals with loved ones, exploring new cuisines, and indulging in our favorite treats. Denying ourselves all indulgences can lead to feelings of deprivation and ultimately backfire. Instead of adopting an all-or-nothing approach, aim for balance and moderation. Allow yourself to enjoy your favorite foods in moderation without guilt or judgment. Focus on nourishing your body with whole, unprocessed foods most of the time, and savor treats as occasional indulgences. Remember, a healthy relationship with food is about finding a sustainable balance that works for you, one that allows you to enjoy food while also prioritizing your health and well-being.